What up, mofos? Welcome to the Video Game Show What I've Done, which is a video game show what I've done, and today I've done a video show on Street Fighter 2 Back in the Habit, which is a video game that you play. Developed in 1964 by the Coca-Cola Company, Street Fighter 2 Judgment Day is a fighting game about fighters who fight in a fighting tournament using fighting skills they learned by fighting fights in fighting tournaments, like the fighting tournament you're fighting in with fighting. There are many special moves like punching. It is a classic game that had many sequels like Mattel Combat and that other one. Many people play it on consoles and up the arcade across the universe, always playing the same character even though there are about 10 or whatever there were, I can't remember, I'll Google it. Speaking of characters, there were lots of characters that you could play as and do fights with against the other characters, and they were all so different and colourful, and this is what they were. You could pick from such wonderful characters as Jackie Chan, Pikachu, Memoirs of a Geisha, Yokozuna, Fred Flintstone, Yogi Bear, Mahatma Gandhi, Hey Arnold, Uncle Ben, Bob Saget, M. Night Shyamalan and Freddy Krueger's. The game is good in places, but it is also a dirty cheater. For instance, when you play against the computer and my brother, the enemies can do all these cool things like Hadoukens at you. I have pressed every single button on the controller and I can't find the Hadouken button anywhere. Very bad form actually, by the way. I do think it's a shame that the World Warriors could not choose instead to settle their differences with diplomacy and the olive branch of peace, instead choosing the way of fighting to deal with problems. I say this because I think too many violent games make people violent, and this is a concern. For instance, my dad would watch me play Street Fighter all the time, and he used to hit my mum a lot. This is a grave cause for concern actually, and I hope video games are more responsible in future. While we're on the subject of criticism with all the flaws, I still don't get why this is called Street Fighter 2 when it's the first one. I guess they were just being postmodern like that David Blaine idiot who stood on a pole for a month, the idiot, or like how Star Wars started at episode 4 because George LucasArts was saving the best ones for last. In conclusion, which is French for the end of it, Street Fighter 2 The Return of Jafar is a good game. It's not a classic of the genre like Rise of the Robots or Primal Rage what had dinosaurs in it, but it is still good. Perhaps if Street Fighter 2 had dinosaurs in it, it might be better, but I guess we'll never know. Still, you have to respect Street Fighter 2 Sons of Liberty. It has some serious street cred. Fighter 2.
Battle!